everybody. Really quick. Okay, this is how my life is. Like, for instance, I was like trying to find a book about Principia Discordia, which is a book I recommend everybody read. It's very quick and it's very awesome. Some hair, some rogue hair sticking out that I didn't see till I turned the camera on. I was on the computer looking for it because Dr. King gave me this book a long time ago, and I wanted to find it because I kind of was being led to maybe possibly a depiction of me having been told in Greek mythology is the Principia Discordia, which is my favorite story because of the golden apple. And I thought that was, it's very clever. And Dr. King really wanted me to understand this, and it's also, so in high school, I was actually reading about, not in high school, right after high school, I was actually reading about the Kabbalah and the Illuminati and everything way before I understood it. And so I was just actually tripping out. My friend Rose, that was taken by Arizona Wilder, she has that book right now, so I'm trying to get it back. But I was trying to find it on the internet because you can read it online, and it's called Principia Discordia, How I Found Goddess and What I Did with Her When I Found Her. And it was actually channeled right before I was born. And so I thought that was interesting. And then it's linked to that guy was linked to MK Ultra as well. And so I was interested in it. And I'm sitting there going, I really want this book. I'm going to try to find it on Adventure Books because maybe it's on there. And knock, knock, knock on the door. Jeff King's, widow, who's my daughter's grandmother, who was my mother-in-law, is knocking on the door, pick up my daughter, and she just is like, oh, I have all of Jeff's, like, everything. Like, I'm not joking you. I think I've showed you before. You guys, I have Jeff King's fucking brain in discs. Like, do you get it? In discs. Do you understand who that is? Jeff King's brain in discs. And I'm Celtic Twilight. I look forward to it. I mean, I'm still looking up things. Afro-Cubanism. They're just all ones that he made and gave to me. Some of them are music because, I'm just looking at, I'm looking to you, because he would find music that had esoteric stuff and listen to it and things like that. And a lot of it's just Freddie Eagle Smith or like whatever. But, so that's where I got all that stuff, and literally I was like, man, I want that book because I thought I had given it back to him, and so I had been sitting there thinking, I want this book back. I want Jeff's books, and then she gave me all the stuff, but the book wasn't in there because I found out very quickly after that, after speaking with Rose, that she had the book. But I still found my book. I felt like that book and my therapeutic dispensary for botanicals in the Pacific Great Northwest or whatever. That book, when I was sick, I was really looking for it. If I was boop, and then it came to me. It was crazy. Like somebody called and they're like, "Yeah, you lent me this book 3 years ago, and I wanted to return it." I'm like, that's so crazy because I had really been actually pissed off at people that I thought may have taken the book. That's what I get. Okay, so the 7-Eleven Illuminati. I've talked about the 7-Eleven Illuminati before. It's the Illuminati that you don't really hear about. And it's the real Illuminati connected to Abraham Lincoln, and it's the 7-Eleven is the Lincoln Lions, the Red Lions. The 7-Eleven is also kind of a form of 666, but it is not. It is 18. And so, which is 2 9s, and the Angels of Love, or the Angel 9. So anyways, I got this in the mail. I took my address out of it. But it's from 7-Eleven, and I don't know how they got my home address and my business actually put together, because that's not, even people try to get money from me and stuff like that, they can't figure out where I live, so that's kind of crazy. But so 7-Eleven, and I say that people don't mind if I have a freaking advertisement bill from an old company that I need to pay. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I have people chasing me for money, bounties or anything. So I got this little fake 7-Eleven card, right? And they wanted me to sign up for a gas card or something. So I was like, oh, my husband was like, check it out. They're sending you mail at home, 7-Eleven. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, and I was like, oh, he was joking around. But then I started looking at this, and I noticed the name of the VP of fuel operations for 7-Eleven. Do you see that? Rosicrucians. And when I looked at it, I was like, that's Rosicrucians. that is Rosicrucians. That word means Rosicrucians because I have this gift of language, and so I was like, oh my God, that means. Sorry, somebody is texting me and I'm looking at it. So I was like, oh my God, that means Rosicrucians. That's crazy. But then I was like, how am I going to explain that on a video? Because I really want to do a video to show you that the Rosicrucian occult is actually the 7-Eleven occult, which is the occult of the Rose of Sharon, or the Rose Cross. Rose Cross. And so I held off on doing the video, and I held off on showing you guys. Because I was like, I want to show people, but they're just going to be like, oh, whatever. And I can't explain where the N comes from. That was the main thing. I couldn't explain where the N was coming from, and so I couldn't really. Where's it? Rosicrucians? I can understand Rosicrucians, but it's not Rosicrucians, so it's Rosicrucians. And then I got this book, and I think I just turned right to it. Did I? Yep. And here's the Rosicrucians, Knights Templar, and so here's how you spell Rosicrucian. It says Rosicrucianism. Okay. And right here is the founder of the Rosicrucian Church. This is like, my life is crazy. If I want something and I want to show you guys in these videos, I'll find it. It will find me more of. Do you see it? Rosicrucians. That's the guy's name. Christian Rosicrucians. And that is where the N comes from. So you know that Rosicrucians is Rosicrucians. And that's actually a street that runs off Aviation Boulevard in Los Angeles. So the Rosicrucians have their own street in Los Angeles. And we know like Hathor is Hawthorne. Come on. This stuff's like everywhere. The streets that go in right here are Soul, Kane. The road that this Stargate site that I keep talking about, you can call it whatever the hell you want to call it, Ascension Device, Judgment Day Device, Dome, Eden, Biosphere, bullshit, I don't care. But it doesn't matter what you think, because I didn't set this city up, and I'm not making it up. The site that I'm telling you, that is John the Baptist and Mary Magdalene, and it's St. John's, and it's what I'm connected to, and it's most likely where I was fucking killed in another life, because the only way that you can get your essence back from these spots is if you were killed there. And Christ was crucified on the hill of St. John the Baptist. Holy shit. So anyways, Onkelek, thank you very much to my friend in Argentina, who actually was the one who pointed out, I went to school here, I've lived here, and never ever did I know that it went St. John's, Lover's Lane, the Lover's Tarot card, like our street's named after a tarot card, folks, listen up. Lover's Lane goes to St. John's, and then it says another 9 going this way, which is 216. You can take it. That's Ivanhoe, and you take Ivanhoe, and it takes you to Soul Road. And then what is the main street that this site is on, and the stadium? 144. Dude, doesn't even matter what you think about numbers. This shit is not an accident, okay? And Ben Maddox means son of the Maddox. And who's the Maddox? Oh, I brought it out here a second ago. Did I lose it? The Maddox, yeah. The Maddox is Hathor. The Maddox is the Pythoness. The Maddox is, there's a million names for her. Mary Magdalene, Eve, Maudie, Mary, Maya, Mysa, on Game of Thrones they call her, Tiamat, Ma'at, there's like 1,000 names for this. So, Isis, Ishtar, Inanna, there's like 1,000 names. So anyways, you'd have to look at the moon. Ma'at, the moon is her arc. That's all I'm gonna say. The moon is her arc. She's fucking Queen of Spades, shoots the moon. This is the arc that goes to the moon. I'm encoded to it. Who the hell else could I be? Anyway, so that's crazy. This for sure. This is probably one of the craziest things that's come to my house right here. And then to find it in a book totally unrelated with the guy's name being the Rosicrucians. Crazy. So just a little bit more about the 7-Eleven Illuminati, because most people don't know about it. Also, they are depicted in the Avengers. And they say, Hail Hydra, Hail Hydra. That is the 7-Eleven Illuminati. That's the Hydra Illuminati. What is the Hydra? The young bull. That's what you need to know. You need to understand this stuff. Understand it, learn it, know it. I swear, once you start to unlock one thing, it just goes brrr, and everything. It's like, it's crazy. I mean, every movie I ever watch, I need to rewatch, because my brain is different, my eyes are different, my perception is different. Everybody needs to watch Man in the Iron Mask. Everybody should watch Man in the Iron Mask. That shit is like right now, what is going on? There is a new sun coming, and everybody needs to know what's going on. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to handle it. And whether it happens in my lifetime or the one after it, these videos are for the people that will be here during this time when this stuff happens. So, you know, I may die before. This is what I'm supposed to do. For all I know, I'm leaving clues for myself for my next life. I don't really know. So, I mean, I know some stuff, but I don't share it all. I don't need to. I mean, if you want to know, I'll share it, but no one's asked me. So, in any case, there it is. Rosicrucians, the 7-Eleven, Illuminati, and we know that the people going into the Rosicrucian occults are being possessed because one of my friends was one of them, and he was the leader of the French fraternity from France, and he was from here in Visalia, and he was the best man in my wedding. So, just saying.